is your girl Jade Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to yet another video of When the Beat Drops. And like always, you know I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats and music of this week, so you know you have to stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so let's dive into this week's beats. So my first beat of this week, I have to talk about the Roots Picnic. So last weekend, when I tell you that there was so much going on, not only here like in New York, New Jersey area, but there was also like a whole big thing going down in Philly. I know Beyonce was in Philly last week. I know also last weekend was the Roots Picnic, and the Roots Picnic is something that's been going on for like the past 6 years. So like I said, the Roots, we know they're from Philly. They do this thing like every like the beginning of the summer and stuff like that. And now they are bringing the Roots Picnic here to New York City. Now, I know the Roots, like New York is kind of like their second home, I guess you can say. I think they're on Jimmy Fallon's show. They're like the in-house band on Jimmy Fallon. So, yeah, they're going to bring the Roots Picnic here to New York City. The Roots Picnic will be going on October 1st and 2nd in Bryant Park, and the lineup to me is just crazy. I was like, I think I'm going to have to go to this for sure now that they're bringing it here to New York City. So the first night of the Roots Picnic will be headlined by the Roots themselves, along with D'Angelo and John Mayer. And then the second night will be headlined by Nile Rodgers, Wu-Tang Clan, and David Byron, and many other artists that will be hitting the stage is Kevin Gates, Jeremiah Sweets Beats, and many more. And it's just, I don't know, like the Roots, like their picnics, or I guess you can say like the shows that they put on, they have like such an amazing like line of artists that they, you know, want to bring together. They bring together, you know, like the old school mixed with the new school, so you know it's like their whole crowd can just enjoy. So I'm excited for that actually, because one, I've never I don't think I've ever been to Philly actually, but you know, I know a lot of people that would come out of town and stuff like that to travel to Philly to do like one of those festivals, and now that it's going to be here in my hometown, my state, my city, New York, I feel like it's only right that I go. Now the only thing that I will, you know, kind of question is October just a little bit, you know, too late in the year for a music festival to be going on? Because you know, usually things like that happen in the springtime, the summertime, and like I said, they do it every year in Philly, you know, around the summertime. You know, it was June, so you know the weather's warming up. So now that they're doing one in New York City and it's like October, I'm like, that's when it starts getting cold. Now I'm not quite sure how this October will be, given how last year, the fall winter time, it was pretty warm in New York City. I remember on freaking Christmas Eve, I was outside with no jacket because it was really hot, because you know that whole global warming situation. So I really do not know what's going to go on how the weather's going to be, but I'm sure they're used to being in New York City, so they'll keep things like that in mind. So if you guys want to check out the Roots Picnic here in New York City, tickets are now available online, and it will be distributed through Live Nation. So yeah, so my second beat of this week, I'm already jumping to the third. My second beat of this week, I have to talk about Rita Ora settling her her court dispute, I guess you want to call it, her situation that she had with Roc Nation. Now I actually remember reporting this a couple of months back. Towards the beginning of the year, she had sued Roc Nation because she was saying that they wasn't releasing her music, and then they countersued her, and it was like, well girl, we spent millions of dollars on you, and you ain't keep up your end of the deal, and you ain't got no music out. And I saw some people who was like, Rita Ora had an album out. Now I heard she had an album out over in the UK, but I honestly do not remember a Rita Ora, you know, album dropping here in the US. I can name Rita Ora singles, but as far as like a full body of work, I don't know, whatever the case may be. But long story short, the whole, you know, solution to the story is that there's no Rita Ora music out here, and she was blaming Roc Nation. Roc Nation was saying that she wasn't doing her part of the deal, or whatever the case may be. So you know, they had this whole little thing that was going on in court. But recently I learned that, you know, they settled their whole little dispute outside of court, and I don't know how, what, you know, maybe they just let her go, you know, I'm not sure exactly. Those details were not shared, but rumor is that she has a new deal with Warner Music, and this kind of came because she was on her Snapchat and she kind of like snapped the photo and she covered up the new contracts that she has, and she covered them with like little stickers, because you know you got like the stickers on Snapchat. So yeah, you know, she was like, I got a new deal. So Congrats to Rita Ora. You got a new deal, girl. This means we need to get an album. I don't need to be sitting here hearing you talk about, oh, they holding my music, all of this. You done made this whole big thing with Roc Nation, which is actually like one of the best labels out there, and you were saying that they wasn't releasing your music. You went until I guess Warner Music will be considered like a bigger label. So look, if you got that new deal, it's time to get this music popping and rolling, because honestly the last song, I don't remember the last song from you, honestly. So definitely get to work. Now we will move on to our third beat of this week. And my third beat of this week, I have to talk about the notorious B.I.G. Biggie. You guys know that I'm from Brooklyn. I'm Brooklyn all day, every day. Anything that has to do with Brooklyn, you know I'm gonna talk about it here on this show. So actually a few months, no, not for a few months, I think like last month, April, it was April. Back in April, I had reported that there was a Biggie hologram that was going to soon come to life. I'll let you guys know that his widow, Faith Evans, she was coming out with a new duets album called The King and I. And for the music video to push and promote the album, there will be a Biggie hologram, but now Biggie will be coming back in other ways. So it was reported this week that the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, they are pushing and trying to get a Biggie statue in Brooklyn, and I feel like that is so dope. A Brooklyn artist by the name of, what's her name, Tanda Francis, she built a 6-foot statue of Biggie's face, and it's been on display inside of a museum in Brooklyn, and they are looking to raise $35,000 to have that statue bronze, and then they're going to put it in Putnam Triangle Plaza, which is not too far from Bed-Stuy, because you guys know that Biggie was, you know, born in, well, he was raised in Bed-Stuy. Y'all know St. James Place. So, you know, I think that's so dope. They have a GoFundMe. So what I'll do is I'll actually link the GoFundMe in the description box below, so you guys can check it out to see, you know, how the progress is going, if you want to, you know, contribute and stuff like that to help my hometown, my borough, Brooklyn, get our Biggie statue. And I think it's only right, because out of all of the artists that's come from Brooklyn, even though he was only here for a short amount of time, he definitely put on for the town. So I'm excited for that. So moving on to our fourth beat of this week, I have to talk about Chris Brown going at Kevin McCall for like the 100th time. Now this happened earlier this week, and it was during the nighttime. I remember I was on Instagram and I just see Chris Brown just posting these videos, and he was like, K-Mac. So off the back, when he said K-Mac, I was like, all right, he's coming for Kevin McCall. So he's sitting here roasting him, and I'm like, wait a minute, we got to backtrack. What did Kevin McCall do to, you know, trigger Chris Brown to just start going at him? So I was looking for like Kevin McCall's Instagram, his Twitter and stuff like that, and I could not find it. And then somebody was like, oh yeah, you know, all of his social media was deleted. So then we ended up finding his latest like Twitter, I guess you can call, but it's not verified like the old one. So then, you know, you kind of always question, is this the real one, is this not the real one? But it turned out it was. So he posted or reposted a photo of Chris Brown with the creative director for Balmain, Oliver Rousting. I forgot where they were at, because that picture was kind of recent. So him and Chris Brown, they took a picture, and you know, the picture's been out, whatever. So then Kevin McCall, he reposted the picture, and he said hardcore rapper, but he's glossy. So Kevin McCall, he brought this on himself. So long story short, he did that. Chris Brown got wind of it, and this was Chris Brown's response.
I wrote the shit out this nigga. Nigga, you the only nigga that show up drunk to the parent-teacher conference. Stop playing with me, bitch-ass nigga. Oh, Count Chocolate face-ass nigga. You sleep in this fetal position, you sick man. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows. Nigga, nobody knows you, bitch-ass nigga. We don't know you. What the fuck? Alright. You about to see this nigga outside of McDonald's talking about something. Man, I told y'all niggas things back then, nigga, I was the man. You already know I had everything. You don't know nothing about that now. That nigga shaped like a wiffle ball bat. And you better stop playing with me too, nigga. I still got your contracts, nigga. Suge Knight. Better watch your mouth, son, before I make you sing background for royalty, nigga. You got me fucked up.
Okay, so Chris went off, and I'm not even going to lie. I try not to, you know, be petty and laugh at things like this, but Chrissy had me laughing, and you know, Kevin McCall, he calls it upon himself. But I do feel like this whole Chris and Kevin McCall going back and forth on social media, calling each other's names, reminding them each other, like, you know, what they've done for one another as far as like when it comes to making music, I think it's just old. I think they need to grow up, because honestly, truth be told, they made amazing music. You know, I was first, you know, introduced to Kevin McCall working with Chris Brown when Chris Brown and Tyga did Fan of a Fan, and to this day I still feel like Fan of a Fan is definitely one of the best mixtapes. Fan of a Fan, the album, is a bunch of crap compared to Fan of a Fan, the mixtape, but you know, they've done amazing things musically, and it's unfortunate that they have to sit here and they have to beef when they could just team up again and they can just, you know, make more dope music, both make money together. Like, I just don't understand. These are two talented men that can, you know, join forces once again and, you know, make this dope music. So even though Kevin started, he was in the wrong, Chris came for him and had me dying, I still feel like everybody should just be grown-ups and get their together and make that good music. At the end of the day, I feel like it's about making good music. So those are just my thoughts. So we're gonna move on to our fifth beat of this week, and I have to talk about Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose. They are finally divorced. Their divorce is official, and I must say I am a little bit sad about that. But you know, Wiz Khalifa, he was ordered to pay Amber Rose $1 million under their, you know, whole prenup situation. So out of that $1 million, he still owes her $644,000 to complete it, and he has to pay her $14,800 in child support, and he gets to keep their Pennsylvania home as well as like all of these luxury cars that they had. And after like their whole you know, thing was settled, they were spotted in the strip club and what looked like they were celebrating their divorce. But then Amber Rose, she came and she basically let everybody know that they weren't celebrating their divorce, but they were celebrating their love for one another. And that I can truly believe. And I just have to say, like, I've met Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa, and I've gotten to witness those two together, like, in person. And this is post breakup. Like, this was only back in February. So this was February that I met them, and just, you know, just being around them and just talking to both of them, like, legit, after I met them, I was like, no, I want them to get back together. Like, honestly, before, I thought they were cute. I liked when they were married and stuff, but I never really cared, like, whether or not they were together, not back together. But like, when you see that in person and you witness it, you're like, nah, they belong together. So I'm glad that, number one, that they are in a they're in a position where they're like the best of friends. They always support each other no matter what they're doing. And I don't know, it's just, I'm here for Amber and Wiz, you know, reconciliation. Like, I just think they're a dope ass couple. So I'm just glad that they're in a good space. They, you know, they still have love for each other because, you know, they have this beautiful son who is intelligent for a little kid. So my best wishes to Amber and Wiz Khalifa. I'm glad you guys are on good terms, and low-key I'm hoping that sometime in the future, you know, I'm gonna let y'all be, but hopefully, you know, somewhere down the line you guys can, you know, just get it back together and just be happy again. But other than that, those are my 5 hot beats of this week. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning into this week's video, and of course, you know, I have to end every single video by reminding you guys to comment, like, subscribe, and share. It would greatly be appreciated. Unfortunately, I have no notes to leave you guys with this week, but of course, you know, I have to end my video by giving you my song of the week, and this week I decided that my song of the week should go to my girl K Michelle. This week she released her new video, Ain't You, and it's a single that appears on her latest album, More Issues Than Vogue. We all know that she is currently gearing up for her summer tour, which is the Hello Kimberly tour, and she is absolutely sexy in the music video. I'm just saying, y'all know how she does. She like the no clothes situation. So if you want to check out the video in its entirety, you can head over to my blog at www.jade-ashley94.blogspot.com. Once again, I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. So bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.